It's time now to welcome Barret Edelstein onto the Celeb Savant, one of my favorite times of the week, because let me be honest here, a lot of the artists that you introduce me to, I don't know the story behind. Some of them I do. First of all, welcome to you. We know you well. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yes, I love bringing audiences to new music, to new artists, to expand their horizons in different genres and different stories of the entertainment world.
Today, we're having a look at a South African artist, I'm assuming, by the name of Esjay Jones.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit more about Esjay.
So Esjay was part of the band Stealing Love Jones in South Africa in the early 2000s, had massive success, opened for a bunch of international artists, had their own headlining tours, and they were big fish, or at least a small, let's do that again. They were a big fish in a small pond, and the reality of the experience and where they were at, they decided to go to America and failed completely. Let's listen to the clip.
And Stealing Love Jones really set the foundation for my trajectory, I think, as an artist and as a songwriter and producer and engineer. I learned so much. Stealing Love Jones was such a big fish in such a small pond in South Africa that it really, the delusions of grandeur were real. and I learned a lot from being a part of the band and the band failing massively in the American markets and just learning how to reinvent myself and ourselves.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Going to the United States of America with bright eyes and bushy tails, ready to conquer the American market, only to be, shut down and realize that it's a bigger world out there than just the tip of Southern Africa, right? That's a tough lesson.
Exactly. But the key thing that you just said there is lesson. Because I loved what you said is picking oneself up after the failure and learning the lessons and moving forward. She's still currently living in California, in America, and she is producing massive artists, A-list artists in America, specifically sort of in the rock genre. So she has reinvigorated her career, and brought herself out into the spotlight again, a little bit more behind the scenes, but also creating stuff in front of the mic in different iterations as well.
Listen, I hate to point out something that's not terribly obvious, but often the real money nowadays in the music industry is actually behind the scenes. And she's probably setting herself up for the opportunity to end up writing music for other artists. And you just look at some songwriters nowadays and producers, they're the people that are earning the big bucks, while the musicians have to do the gigs to go and earn those salaries that they want. Because quite honestly, the music industry nowadays is flipped on its head. So good for Esjay.
Yeah, totally agree. Discussion of or point of debate is that, in fact, she does write for other artists, but when it comes to the cutting of the pie, the money pie, the very small money pie, the writers actually get, and she explains this in a full interview because it was a part of our discussion, the writers actually get the small little bit at the bottom. They below the artists and below the producers. So, and that's only if a song is successful. So it's an interesting dynamic where the music industry is at the moment.
Yeah, it is. And to be perfectly honest, there's such a huge amount of music that is hitting streaming services. So many people, bedroom producers, etc., are doing their thing. To sift through all the new music nowadays is quite daunting. So good for you for finding all these amazing people. The lady we've just spoken about is Esjay Jones. It'll be up the full podcast at nova.com.na. You can click on to listen now and then find the Celeb Savant. Esjay's full story will be there. You can also find Barret on all socials. Give us your details, Barret.
So it's at Celeb, C-E-L-E-B, Savant, S-A-V-A-N-T, at Celeb Savant.
Good stuff. We'll catch you next week. Thanks for your time, brother.
Thank you. Bye.